We continue with the Book of Sons of Fire at chapter 9. This chapter details the sons of fire, known as the children of light and the men of Egypt and Javan, as they establish a city, statutes, and laws in a place called Saham. Most of these laws are what we would consider by modern-day standards to be barbaric. 31 Pearls does not condone in any way the establishment or practice of these laws, as they were for a more savage people in chaotic times. These dispersals of the peoples and the attempts to settle new locations are all the result of the destruction of Egypt, which the Bible calls the Exodus. Book of Sons of Fire, Chapter 9, The Rolls of Record 3. The sons of fire came to the land of mists, they and their households and their cattle and all the tools of craftsmen. With them came others, men of Egypt and men of Javan, also strangers who were not as valiant as are the sons of fire. Many among them were sickly and distressed in their hearts. They took land among the barbarians, and built a city and a port at the place called Sadel near Saham, and cut roads about it into the forests. But they were kept in by the barbarians and strangers in a strange land. The city was a place for buying and selling, and men came and went. Ships came bearing cloth and pottery, instruments and weapons of war, and all manner of things. The ships went away, bearing things from the barbarians who dug in the soil. The place of the city was good, for it was fertile and well watered, and the bay was guarded by a great rock. When he came, Hoskiah caused statutes to be set up for the city, and they were kept in the courts of the temple. This record was made at his command. It is unlawful for you to curse your father or your mother, or their father or their mother, or to raise your hand in anger against them. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with fire and iron upon the left shoulder, and a task and time set upon you. It is unlawful for you to steal the reputation of another man by lies. If the forbidden be done, you shall be branded by fire and iron upon the lips of the mouth. It is unlawful for you to defile the wife of another man. If the forbidden be done, you shall be branded with fire and iron upon the soles of the feet, and upon the backside and the armpits, and upon the mouth and nose, and shall be cast out from among us, unless bearing arms in war. It is unlawful for a wife to lie with any man, not her husband. If the forbidden be done, she shall suffer her time upon the adulteress's saddle, and shall not be healed with skyfire. It is unlawful for you to penetrate a child in lust. If the forbidden be done, you shall be castrated, and the wound healed with iron and fire. It is unlawful for you to place your hands between the legs of a woman-child. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the palm of the left hand and upon the left cheek, and between the thighs. It is unlawful for you if, being a guest, you defile the household of the man who harbors you. If the forbidden be done with a free man or a free woman, you shall be burnt with fire and iron on the soles of the feet and in the armpits, and shall die in the waters, after the custom of the barbarians. If with a slave or bondsman or bondswoman, you shall be burnt upon the backside and the armpits, and shall pay their price to their master. It is unlawful for you to speak falsehood against another, so that he suffer at trial. If the forbidden be done, you shall suffer the same as he, and be burnt upon the tongue with iron and fire, and pay the recompense set by the council. It is unlawful for you to give a daughter of your house to the barbarians in marriage, unless she be one who has brought shame upon you. If the forbidden be done, you shall be dispossessed of your property and household. It is unlawful for you to allow any man within your household to fornicate with the barbarians. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the left thigh. The man within your household shall be burnt upon the soles of his feet and in his armpits. If it be done again, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the backside, and dispossessed of a tithe of your property. The man within your household shall be blinded in the left eye with iron and fire, and burnt upon the soles of his feet. It is unlawful for you to allow any woman within your household to fornicate with a barbarian. If the forbidden be done, and she be a free woman, you shall be dispossessed of your household and property, and she shall die as women die. If a slave or a bondswoman, you shall be dispossessed of a tithe of your property, and she shall be burnt upon her private parts, after the manner of burning women. It is unlawful for you to fornicate with the barbarians. If the forbidden be done, you shall be dispossessed of your property and household, and made a slave of the council. It is unlawful for a woman to show her breasts to the eyes of men, not of her household. If the forbidden be done, she shall be burnt between the breasts, after the manner of burning women. It is unlawful for any woman to show her private parts to any man, unless he be her husband or master. If the forbidden be done, she shall be burnt daily, after the manner of burning women, until each of the 7 points have been burnt. If she do so with a man not of her household, then her husband or master shall be burnt with iron and fire upon his right thigh. It is unlawful for you to show your nakedness willfully to any woman or maiden not of your household. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the backside. These are the statutes made because of the things done before the eyes of the barbarians, who hold their women in high esteem. It is unlawful for you to slay or maim any man or woman or any child among us. If the forbidden be done, then a life shall be taken for a life, by water, after the custom of the barbarians. A limb shall be taken for a limb, and an eye for an eye. Except that if it be one among you who is a bearer of arms in war, he shall not be maimed so that he cannot fight, but he may be slain for a slaying. It is unlawful for you to steal or dispossess by deceit. If the forbidden be done, the harm done shall be restored double. If it be done again to the same man or another, you shall also be burnt with iron and fire upon the right forearm. But if a man act foolishly so that he is easily dispossessed, then only that taken shall be restored in value. It is unlawful for you to willfully destroy a writing or record in writing, or marks of meaning or name marks. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon each palm of the hands, and be dispossessed of 1/4 of your property. It is unlawful for you to willfully damage the property of another man among us. If the forbidden be done, you shall make it good, by paying its value to the man you wronged. It is unlawful for you to change worked iron with the barbarians for other things. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the sole of the left foot, and upon the palm of the right hand. It is unlawful for you to deal deceitfully with the barbarians, or to steal from them, or to cause hurt to them, or damage to their property. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the palm of the right hand. You shall be cast out without weapons, outside our boundary, in a place where you can be taken by them, so they may deal with you according to their own customs. It is unlawful for you to increase gold or silver with other substances. If the forbidden be done, you shall be dispossessed of half your property and possession, and burnt upon the ears with iron and fire. It is unlawful for you to enter secretly into the habitation of another man or within the enclosure about it. If the forbidden be done, you shall, if within the habitation, be blinded in the left eye with iron and fire, and if it be done again in the right eye. If you enter secretly within the enclosure about the habitation, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the soles of the feet and upon the backside. If you be found with weapon, you shall be made a slave to the owner of the place. It is unlawful for you to use an animal for lust. If the forbidden be done and one penetrate the other, you shall be castrated, and the wound healed by iron and fire. Unless a bearer of arms in war, you shall be driven out from among us, and the animal shall die. If neither penetrate the other, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon your private parts. It is unlawful for you to befoul the well of another man or the clear water from which he drinks. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the backside. It is unlawful for you to cause damage to the herds, or the crops, the goods, or the property of another man. If the forbidden be done, you shall make good the damage. If it be done again to him or another man, you shall also suffer burning with iron and fire upon the sole of the left foot. It is unlawful for a woman to sell herself for the use of men, unless she first proclaim herself a public woman, by standing from dawn to dusk for 2 days at the market gate of the temple. If such be done, no guilt shall attach to her. But if the forbidden be done, she shall be burnt after the manner of the burning of women, upon the cheeks, and on the arms, and on the belly. If she do it again without proclaiming herself, she shall be sold as a slave. Her price shall be given to the governor. It is unlawful for the wife or the bondswoman or the slave of any man to sell herself for the use of men. If the forbidden be done, the husband or master shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the mouth, and upon the backside, and upon the soles of the feet, except it be done secretly from him. The woman shall be sold, and her price given to the governor. It is unlawful for you, if a man with womanly ways, to conduct yourself as such, unless you first proclaim your nature by standing from dawn to dusk, for 1 day at the market gate of the temple. If such be done, no guilt shall attach itself to your conduct as a man with womanly ways. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the belly and the backside, and sold in the marketplace, and your price given to the governor. It is unlawful for an unprotected man with womanly ways to be the master of a household or to take a wife. He cannot own anything except it be required for eating or sleeping, clothing, and the practice of his craft. He may own a dwelling of 1 room, but if he bear arms in war, he may own a dwelling of any size. If the forbidden be done, he shall be burnt with iron and fire on the backside and chest, and sold as a slave, and his price given to the governor. It is unlawful for you to satisfy your lusts with a man of your household. If the forbidden be done, you shall both be burnt with iron and fire on both armpits, unless one be in the hands of the other. It is unlawful for a woman to slay her child, or let it die by neglect. If the forbidden be done, and the child be unweaned, the woman shall be sold into slavery, and her price given to the governor. If the child be weaned, a life shall be taken for a life. It is unlawful for you, if the master of a household, to go beyond our boundaries, for upwards of 2 days and 1 night, unless you appoint a steward in your place, or have a son in manhood. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the sole of your right foot and upon your backside. If you be detained by force, you shall not be burnt. It is unlawful for you to touch a woman not of your household upon her private parts, unless she be a woman who sells herself to men. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with fire and iron upon the palm and fingers of the right hand and upon the left cheek and upon the backside. If it be done again, you shall also be blinded with iron and fire in the left eye, and if again, in the right eye also. It is unlawful for you to take a woman not of your household by force for lust, unless she be a woman who sells herself to men. If the forbidden be done, you shall be blinded by iron and fire in both eyes. It is unlawful for you to enter the sacred places of the barbarians or their temples, or to pass within 1,000 paces of the Rabokimra. You may attend their festivals outside these places. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire on the sole of the left foot. It is unlawful for you to carry upon yourself or to have within your household the talismans of other gods. If the forbidden be done, you shall pay a tithe of your possessions and property to the temple. It is unlawful for you, if a guest, to conceal a weapon upon yourself or be in the dwelling of your host while within his habitation. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt upon the muscle of your left arm and upon the forehead. It is unlawful for you to act seemingly towards an unlawful deed, so that men will say, "His thoughts are towards an unlawful thing." If the forbidden be done, it shall be as though you had already done the unlawful deed, except that the council shall look upon you with mercy if it be deserved. It is unlawful for you to talk to another man towards an unlawful deed. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the lower lip and the left-hand palm. The man among you who denounces this thing shall not be burnt. It is unlawful for you to lie so that another man be harmed. If the forbidden be done, and it be not serious or without evil intent, you shall pay recompense. If it be more serious, you shall be burnt upon the upper lip, and if more serious still, upon the tongue. It is unlawful for you to allow a woman of your household to be drunk in an outside place. If the forbidden be done, you shall, if it happen twice, be burnt with fire and iron upon the left thigh. If it happen again, you shall be burnt upon the left armpit. It is unlawful for a stranger to remain within our boundaries after sunset, unless he be a guest within a household or under its protection, or unless he remain within the stranger's court, or he be proclaimed. No man shall remain beyond 10 days unless he be proclaimed. At this proclaiming, nothing of his past deeds or his comings and goings shall be hidden, and lies shall not be told. If the forbidden be done, he shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the nose, and placed beyond our boundaries. He shall not return, and his goods shall be taken to the governor. As the sun goes down, all men shall bid the stranger be gone, and shall not hold him. It is unlawful for you to delay the departure of a stranger when he must go, and has done no wrong. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the left backside. It is unlawful for a woman to depart from her household, or to remain outside her home after sunset, unless she be protected. If the forbidden be done, and she be a wife, she shall be burnt upon the sole of the left foot. If she be a slave or bondswoman, she shall be burnt upon the soles of both feet. And if she be a free woman or servant woman, she shall be burnt upon the left leg. If she be a virgin, she shall be beaten with a leathern thong. It is unlawful for a man to raise his hand against the master of his household. If the forbidden be done, he shall, if a freeman, be burnt with iron and fire upon the right shoulder and upon the backside. If a servant, upon both shoulders and upon the backside. And if a slave or bondsman, upon both shoulders and upon the backside, and upon the soles of his feet. But if the master be hurt, so that he is put to bed, then he who struck him shall be seized and confined, and shall also be burnt on the body each day until the master be up again. It is unlawful for you to maim or mark in chastisement beyond repair any woman of your household, or any freeman within its protection. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, as the council declare. It is unlawful for you to strike in chastisement any woman not of your household, or touch her in anger. If the forbidden be done, and she be without marks, if a free woman, you shall be burnt with fire and iron upon the right thigh and the right armpit. If a maidservant, upon the right armpit, and if a slave or bondswoman, upon the left thigh. But if she be marked or maimed, you shall make payment to her master or her household, and be burnt according to the declaration of the council. It is unlawful for you to drive a woman or a child from your household unlawfully. If the forbidden be done, you shall recompense the one driven out with a fifth part of your property and possessions. They may then enter any other household and shall not be held back. It is unlawful for you, if placed in stewardship or in guardianship, to do an unfaithful thing against anyone under your care, or to cause loss or harm to the man who trusted you. You shall not conduct yourself unseemingly in the household under your stewardship, or cause the man who trusted you to lose his reputation. If the forbidden be done and it be serious, the council may put you to death by water after the custom of the barbarians. But if it be less serious, you shall be burnt, as the council declare. It is unlawful for you or any man or woman within your household to eat uncooked meat, unless it be dried by sun or fire, or be pickled. Blood shall not be drunk. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the left forearm. It is unlawful for you to become drunk or quarrelsome while among the barbarians, or to curse them in their hearing, or to use unseemly language in their presence, or to talk against us to them. If the forbidden be done the first time, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the left leg. The second time you shall be burnt upon the left armpit, and the third time upon the lips of the mouth. Each time of chastisement you shall be bound from the time of burning until sunset, and displayed on the boundary. It is unlawful for you to pass water within the temple enclosure, or to befoul the grounds or floors there. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the backside, and the soles of the feet and between the thighs. If it be done again, you shall be blinded in both eyes. It is unlawful for you to spit or use foul language within the temple enclosure, or to shout or raise your voice unseemingly or act irreverently there. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the mouth and right ear. It is unlawful for you to destroy anything within the temple enclosure. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the palms of the hands and between the thighs. This may be increased to death by water, according to the custom of the barbarians, if the council think it fitting. It is unlawful for you to steal anything from within the temple enclosure. If the forbidden be done, you shall die by water, after the custom of the barbarians. It is unlawful for you to strike any priest or servant of the temple, or anyone under its protection. If the forbidden be done, you shall be blinded by iron and fire. But if you maim someone, you shall die by water, after the custom of the barbarians. If it be a slave of the temple or a bondsman, then for striking him you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon the soles of the feet and between the thighs. If he be maimed, you shall be blinded in the right eye. It is unlawful for you to be within the temple enclosure at night in secret. If the forbidden be done, you shall be blinded by iron and fire. It is unlawful for you to carry weapons of metal or sharpened weapons within the temple enclosure, unless with the sanction of the temple guardians. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the soles of the feet and the palm of the left hand. It is unlawful to seize any wrongdoer within the temple enclosure, unless it be done by those who serve the temple. If the forbidden be done, he who commanded the deed shall be blinded by iron and fire. Those who did the deed shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the palms of the hands and soles of the feet. It is unlawful to speak against the governor or the council or the commanders or princes, unless it be done before them or at the market gate of the temple. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire upon each side of the mouth. But no man shall suffer for anything he says in public at the market gate of the temple, except he talk about the God of this enclosure. It is unlawful for you to speak against the God of this enclosure within this his enclosure. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt upon the tongue and upon the mouth and driven out beyond our boundary, and you may not return for 7 years. It is unlawful for you to speak against any priest of the temple, except before the high priest on the days when any man may speak freely without fear. If the forbidden be done, you shall be burnt with iron and fire, upon the backside and beneath the chin. It is unlawful for you to approach the place of the high altar, or the forbidden place about it, or to touch the sacred treasures, unless you be a priest or high servant of the temple, or a man admitted by them. If the forbidden be done, you shall be blinded by iron and fire. It is unlawful to take a virgin to wife if you have a wife, but if without wife, you may marry a virgin. You shall not have more than 3 wives. If the forbidden be done, you shall be dispossessed of a 4th part of your property and possessions, which shall go to the wife you have taken unlawfully. It is unlawful for you to have intercourse with your mother, your daughter, your father's sister, or your mother's sister, your brother's daughter, or your sister's daughter, your father's mother, or your mother's mother, your wife's mother, or your son's wife, whether they be by blood or by law. If the forbidden be done, you shall die by water after the custom of the barbarians. It is unlawful for men to wear the garments of women, or women to wear the garments of men, unless they have proclaimed their natures. If the forbidden be done, men shall be burnt with iron and fire on the left cheek. Women may not be touched with iron made hot, and therefore are to be burnt with sky fire. All men shall be burnt with iron and fire. Men may be put to death by water or fire, and women by water or by smothering. Women shall not suffer chastisement so that their blood flow. When men are castrated, it shall be done with a knife of stone. Men shall be punished in a place where all men may see them, but a woman shall suffer away from the eyes of men, though she may receive punishment at the hands of a man. The punishment of a woman shall be witnessed by 2 men of the council, and 2 women from the household she wronged. A man punished by burning shall suffer at high noon and then be laid on his back or his belly, according to which eases him most. Each of his limbs shall be drawn out and fastened to a stake, and he shall be left until midnight and then let go. A woman, having been punished, shall be placed within a room which has a pole lengthwise at sitting height, and left there from noon to midnight. Any man or woman suffering punishment shall be allowed one attendant after it be inflicted, until their release. No man shall refuse to let another go to attend his friend. If a woman do something for which a man would be punished, she shall suffer likewise, except that the burning shall be with sky fire. The council shall not overlook a suitable punishment for the master of her household. If a man become indebted by trial and fail within the season to pay whatever be demanded of him, he and his possessions shall be seized, and given into the keeping of those to whom he is indebted. A woman, having been declared by her husband before the council as unsuitable for a wife, and the council having found this to be so, she may remain within his household without being his wife, or she may return to the household from which she came, or that of her father or her brother, or her father's brother or mother's brother, as she wills. But she may not go elsewhere, and having chosen where to go, cannot choose again. It is unlawful for a man to use whatever force and chastisements are necessary to maintain order within his household. He may make any adjustments within the household to endow it with contentment, but all things must be done with justice and moderation. All disagreements within a household shall be judged by its master. That which be done by a wife or a daughter, a youth or a child, or a servant or his wife, or his sons or his daughters, or his servants, or by a freeman or his wife or his sons or his daughters, or his servants or slaves, or by a slave or a bondswoman or a bondsman, or their wives or their sons or their daughters within your household, or by a free woman, or by a guest, or by the stranger within your gates, shall be as though it were done by the master of the household, and both shall suffer alike. Except that the council shall weigh all the actions of the master of the household, and set his punishment according to them. If, upon marriage, it be found that a woman taken to wife as a virgin be not a virgin, evidence of this may be given at the seat of truth before 3 witnesses. One witness shall then go to her household and declare this before its master. Then, except the matter come before the council, the woman may be put aside as a wife and return to her household, and her bride price reclaimed double. Or if her husband choose, she may remain in his household as wife or concubine, but he may reclaim her bride price. If a woman be put aside by her husband as no longer his wife, and she remain in his household, she shall be as a concubine. The rights of a concubine are those of a bondswoman, but she is a bondswoman to her master for life. When the master of a household dies, his eldest son shall become the master, and brother shall follow brother until there are no sons. Then the brothers of the master shall follow in the order of their ages, and their sons according to their kinship. The new master shall provide for the wives and concubines of his father in the same manner as previously. His brothers and sisters shall become as sons and daughters. Within a household, the death of its master changes not, but the master. After the death of its master, a household cannot divide, except it be done lawfully by the new master after he has been master for 1 year. All who stand at the market gate of the temple shall be proclaimed by the hours, and under the proclaimer's voice all men shall cease exchanges and be silent. A child may be adopted into house and household according to the custom of the sons of fire, and it may be one of us, or a barbarian from across the waters, or a barbarian from outside our boundary, But if a barbarian from outside our boundary, it shall not be adopted, unless a foundling under 7 years if male, or a child if female. If a man take a barbarian woman to wife, and have no other wife from among us who is her superior, he shall not become the master of a household, and a younger son shall step over him. A man with womanly ways who has proclaimed himself shall stand before us as a woman, and be treated as one. Except if he bear arms in war, he shall then stand before us as a man, unless he choose otherwise. If the master of a household have within it a woman who is not a virgin and is a concubine or slave, and he give her to a guest or another within the household, that he may go in unto her, no wrong is done. If a man be proclaimed a man with womanly ways, an arrangement may be made with the governor, and a price paid to become his protector. He shall then enter the household of the man who paid the price. A slave or bondsman may be bought for any woman of your household. But if she be a free woman, then the slave shall be made free, and if a bondsman, the debt paid so that he be free. If a woman be a concubine, and within 5 years of her loss of virginity or admittance into your household have not become with child, she shall pass into the household of another, after the custom of the sons of fire, and returned according to the same custom. During the proclaiming of a stranger, his deeds, good and bad, shall be made known. All things about him shall be told to all within hearing of the proclaimer's voice. Any man may question the stranger concerning such things. And if aught be hidden or lies told, the stranger shall be dealt with lawfully by the council. A virgin shall not be burnt, but is to be whipped with wands, and the council shall set the number of stripes. A man who has been punished by trial 3 times shall be driven out from among us after the 4th punishment, unless he be a bearer of arms in war. Records and writings, name marks, and marks of meaning can be destroyed or altered, only by permission of the council and the governor. The man who is the companion of thieves is himself a thief at heart, and may be taken to trial if his companions steal. If the rightful master of a household be under age of manhood, the council shall appoint a steward and guardian for the household and heir. A stranger may not enter our boundaries bearing weapons of war made of metal, but the lords of the barbarians about our boundaries may come bearing weapons. These are the statutes between the council and the governor and men. Those between man and man are in the keeping of the court of the marketplace. There are others between the court of the temple and men. It was Hoskiah who set the statutes up, and Rechab recorded them. I, Brigadon of the Gulwa, preserved them, but many are unknown. Those are the statutes of Hoskiah. This was misplaced from its text. It was decreed that the iron for burning should not glow, neither should a blinding be made by contact with metal, but should be through heat alone, nor should it be absolute. End of the rolls of Rec Ord 3, read by 31 Pearls.